Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whatever time of day you're choosing to watch this, thank you for being here. I'm Jacob Avillion, and I am joined, as always, of course, by my handsome co host, Brayden McClellan. Um,
Hello, USA is now up 2 golds to China.
we up one again. Check the scoreboard. China, get ready to learn Chinese, buddy. Anywho, I lied to you guys about the bed. I have not actually put away the clothes. Shameful. I know. I need. That's on me. Yep. I'll even do it to myself. Tragic. Um,
I feel like that's not the first time we've made that joke on this channel.
what the
I
the
just had I
shame?
just had like a crazy sense of deja vu where I did that to you and you were like,
You've
"Yep, on
probably
me."
done that to me before, and I've probably accepted it gracefully before. I don't I don't doubt it. Um,
And I
we are
feel like it
here.
was about the bed shit too. I feel
It
like we've
probably
had this
was in
exact.
regards to clothes being on the bed. That's usually what it is for me. Usually an issue of mine. But yeah, whole lot of excuse me, pardon, whole lot of shit on the bed. Anywho, we are here, and last week, last week, we did we did our season predictions, our records, our seedings and stuff for the NFL season. There was a football game on Thursday. It got canceled like in the third quarter due to weather. They didn't
Jacob
finish
was
the
half the
game.
viewership for that game.
I was having a great time watching Davis Mills throw dimes. It was really good. The Bears backup defense having no interest in making the roster whatsoever. Not a single one of those guys. Davis Mills was carving them up. Um, and then Tennessee Titans play football in 4 days. I can't wait. But today, today we're fuck you. Today we are going to do our playoff predictions based on the seedings we came up with last week. But before we
hmm
do that, Brayden, how are you?
So normally when it gets tossed over to me, I actually have like nothing to say.
Mm-hmm.
I got stuff this
You
week.
got stuff this week.
But before we do it into anything, let's get a girl boss affirmation.
I'm down.
Ought not every woman, like every man, to follow the bent of her own talents? Anne Louis Germain de Stael.
Let her cook. Let her cook. Yeah, absolutely. Do what you're good at. Do what you like doing. Follow your dreams. Type shit. Yeah, and she was good advice there. I'm with her on that one. Talk
Now,
to us.
okay, let me decide what to start with. Let's start with what happened. Let's go with last night. So I'm walking Dirk.
As one does.
We're walking. We're going down this like near this road here, and then it just doesn't. It leads to a dead end and just is like onto a main road. So I turn back around. I start walking back, and this family was going down that same road, sees me and Dirk. Instead of wanting to just like cross paths like that, they just decide to turn around. Problem, I was walking a little faster than them, so I kind of caught up to them, but I kept back a bit.
Yeah.
But every turn or not or just going straight or every decision in terms of movement to make that I was gonna make, they were making. so, so for like a little bit too long, I am just essentially following this random
While
family.
keeping your distance.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of those moments where you just gotta take the wrong turn on purpose just so you don't look
I was
like
like, no,
a.
I was like, dude, I got work in the morning. I'm not making this any longer. This is gonna be awkward for a little bit, but I'm going home. And like, they kept looking back at me, and I'm like, I get it, but like I'm not gonna do anything. But I get being cautious, but like,
Yeah.
it still feels bad when someone's doing that to you,
Yeah.
even though you get it. You're still like, okay, I understand. I feel bad though. Like
But
I'm not a
also,
bad
like
person.
you should understand that my aura is not that of a stalker. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
no, I would understand completely if I was like in the same position. If I was like behind but not too close behind, and also making
yeah,
all the same turns.
yeah.
I'd be a little weirded out if somebody was doing that. But at the same time, like if I'm in that position, I feel like my whimsical demeanor should tell you that I have no interest in harming you.
I
But
guess maybe it's because I was walking a black dog,
whoa,
big black dog.
whoa, you're right. You're right. That's
They might have
exactly what it
profiled a little bit.
is. That's how it happens. That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Okay, the other thing. I mentioned that I've been going to that coffee shop and working on videos there, right? I've been there like 6 days out of the week. Like I keep going there and I keep getting the same drink too. Well, the same, different, like the same drink, different flavorings because
Right.
it has like the fruit flavorings. And like I guess the people that work there have caught on that I go there like all the time because I get there and the girl that brings me up is like, so what flavor green tea are you having today? Is what she asked me. I laugh and then because that coffee shop has like a rewards thing,
Yeah.
and they always ask me like for my phone number to put my phone number in to put it in. She already put in my phone number. Was like, all right, I put your phone number in. You just however much it costs, and I was like, oh fuck.
Incredible.
Already have my phone number down, and
That's
then
incredible.
I'm sitting there. I was sitting there on one of the tables, like working, and I can see her that same cashier and another coworker of hers. I think they were like doing a trash run or something, but they're like behind me, and I could see in like because it's pretty black on the screen, but I could see the reflections, and I think they got curious about what I kept doing at this coffee shop because they I could tell they looked at my screen, and they both started laughing.
Oh.
I was editing a video. I could see them like laughing a little bit. And I was like, come on, man.
Let a man edit his YouTube videos.
I was like, let me edit my YouTube video. All they saw was a fucking like me, like literally this because I was set up against this with like a fucking Ben 10 character like imposed over the screen a little bit. I was like, what the fuck? Why? Okay. You couldn't catch me when I was like script writing and be a little more curious. Like, no, you had to catch me editing.
Tragic.
And then the final thing I was going to bring up is I'm going to tease. This will be a while because I have to buy more stuff for this, but I'm going to tease a video.
Yeah.
I made a similar style video for Bakugan
Wee.
that I'm going to be making
Ooh.
for Beyblade.
Oh.
I got that. I got this. This came in the mail today.
Oh, yeah.
Some older ones.
It came in the mail.
And I'll double check and see what the very first release of Beyblade is. Try to get my hands on it.
Yeah.
But then I also have this.
I wish I still had all mine. Oh. Hello.
A little arena. So I want to get an arena for each one too. I think another one from this set, from this line is coming in the mail tomorrow with one of the better launchers.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to try to get whatever the original Bakugans, like the Bakugans from that line. These two lines, and then I'll see whatever the true original line is. Try to get my hands on those. Have like Beyblades from it, like a proper launcher from it, because they have like some of the cheaper like hand ones that come with it.
The one that you hold like this, but not the one that you grip. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like this looks like their nice one.
Yeah.
And then so the nice one for this one's coming in I think tomorrow. Nice. So I got to get an arena for that one, and then try to find a Beyblade, an arena, and a nice launcher from like whatever the first line was, and do like a comparison video like I did for Bakugan.
I'm so down.
So that one's on the way. That video, it'll be a little while because I got to buy all that stuff. So that.
Uh-oh. You froze. There you are.
There he goes.
Yep.
But anyways, I'll be getting it in pieces. But yeah, that is. I think that's it for me. I think the last thing I'll say is Ben 10 Alien Force Wevault coming out this Saturday. No joke, it's my best one.
Yep.
The camera angle, the way I speak on camera, more comfortable. Since I was able to sit down in that coffee shop, I feel like I was able to focus more. So I've got more graphics for the video. Like I made different little like transition slides and stuff like that to like bring in the next topic. Played around with different audios. Some background music. The best Weevil by far is coming out this Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. It's not quite done, but it's already up there. I know it is.
Awesome.
So that's it for me now. Oh, one more thing. I did order. So I ordered a Sega Genesis off eBay. Mm-hmm. I don't know what happened. I'm trying to get my money back because it just nothing, just absolute silence.
Never got it.
No, didn't cost much, but I never got it. But I went on Mercari. Ordered one, it has shipped.
Awesome.
So hopefully, and it should be here by this Saturday. Hopefully, and we can get back to playing Spider-Man on Saturdays on the channel. Now I'm actually done. That is it, Jacob.
Ooh.
What's been up with you?
All right. So, there was a football game. I watched the football. I had a great time. Like you said, I was probably half the viewership for that game. I
Honestly, knowing the NFL, you're probably like there's probably like 10 million people tuned into that
There
for
was
some
people
reason.
like because it's the first time we've had a game since February. You know what I mean? It's like it's back. So like I can't wait, man. I've never been this excited for football season. I don't think it's. I can't wait, but um, I did listen to something that I'll talk about later. Something I alluded to last week. Something I said I wouldn't shut up about. I have not shut up about it in this time frame. Um, there was a tropical storm in my area, and it hit Saturday night slash Sunday morning ish, and then I went to go see a movie Sunday evening. So, fun fact about hydroplaning: if you just tell your car it's not allowed to, it won't. So,
Hmm.
even if you almost hydroplane several times on your way to and from the theater, you're gonna be fine. You can drive in a tropical storm. It was a hurricane at that point. Actually, it didn't hit us directly. We got like the outskirts of it, but I mean, I drove to the movie theater during a hurricane, and then I drove to McDonald's, and then I drove home, and I had a great time. And then, um, and then I didn't go to work the next day, so that was cool. Yesterday the power was out at work, so they just told us not to come in. So I slept until noon. Fuck it. Um,
Fuck it. Guess we both ain't shit.
Yeah, that was fun. I was a little pissed off when I left the theater Sunday night, and then I called the emergency hotline at work to see if they would close the office the next day. Because I'm thinking like, I've got a lot of coworkers that live like an hour up north of the job, and the storm's gonna hit them a bit harder. Like half the company's gonna be like their area's gonna be too flooded for them to drive to work the next day. And then I called Monday night at like 9:30, and it's like as of or Sunday night at 9:30, and it was like, yeah, as of tomorrow, Monday the 5th, there is like the office will be open with no change to business hours. I'm like, there's no fucking way. Like half the company will not be there. There's no shot. And then sure enough, I wake up yesterday morning to a text message from my supervisor at I think 5:19 a.m. Basically just him screenshotting an email that was sent at about 4:44 from one of our HR folks, and she was like, "Yeah, there's no power. Don't come to work. We'll provide an update at 7 o'clock if we can fix the power." And then at 7:19 or whatever, she sent out an email saying like, "Yeah, nah, no power. Just don't come in today." So we didn't. And then I went back to bed, slept until about 12, and
Damn.
went to bed at like 9:30 last night. I was not awake very long. I was exhausted. I don't know what for, but I felt like shit all day yesterday, and then I just passed the fuck out at like 9:30. Um, and then I woke up at like 3 o'clock this morning and couldn't go back to bed, so I was just kind of chilling until I had to get ready for work. And then I got ready for work, and then I went to work, and then I came home, and here I am. I took a shower, and then when I got out the shower, I grabbed my towel on the towel rack. As I grab it, I pull it towards me. There's a fucking roach on my towel. There is a
Ew.
roach on my towel. Just right where I was about to have it up against my chesticle. There was a roach on it.
Oh,
So
I'd be sick.
thankfully I had two clean towels in the linen closet. So,
Think they're clean.
killed no, I washed them yesterday. I'll have you or like 2 days ago. They're clean. Uh,
Well, a little creepy crawly might have been on them.
Fuck you. Anywho, yeah, roach dead. Roach dead. I don't gotta worry about it. And then I grabbed a new towel. We're fine. But I was not pleased to see that. But anywho, that's the play by play of how my day went. Um, before we do the playoff predictions, real quick, I
Hmm.
do want to mention Titans projected starting right guard Sadiq Charles
Mm.
retired like an hour ago. He'd missed a few consecutive practices for personal reasons, and then retired today. So hopefully everything's okay in his life. Hopefully like something disastrous didn't happen to him. Hopefully he's doing all right. Hopefully the people around him are doing all right, and wish him nothing but the best. I mean, you don't often see guys like just turned 25 years old retire from the NFL, even when they've had a few injuries. So
About to start.
yeah, like, and not only about to start, but like the competition wasn't even really that close. He was in the lead Like, he was like the second player the Titans signed after Tony Pollard. He was like the next guy. Like, he was signed day one of free agency or like day two. And we had him, like, he was in the boat immediately, and he had been the starting right guard all throughout camp. He'd been the only one getting, like, major first team reps. And, like, no question about it, he was more than likely, like, penciled in already. He's going to be the starter this season. And Bill Callahan loved him. That's why he went out and got him. So, I don't know. I mean, obviously, there's something beyond football going on, I'd have to imagine, with him. And, like I said, hoping everything's all right. This does mean Dylan Radins will likely start at right guard for the Titans this year. And not a huge fan of Radins, mostly for non-football reasons, but he did finish the year fairly strong last year. So maybe he carries over that momentum. Hopefully he can play well. He has definitely added play strength since getting drafted. He's in year 4 now. It's a contract year. If he plays well, he could get an extension.
I don't know Radins. What do you do?
Oh, I don't. Not something I want to get into.
Nah, brother, you gotta say something.
Just back when likes were public on Twitter, you could go to Dylan Radins' like tweets, and then personally, a friend of mine did not like what he saw, and he shared the information with me, and I did not like what I saw either, and that's just what it is. He didn't like do anything physically like terrible, not to my knowledge, but not a fan. Not a fan of the, I don't know, the folks he can get, the things you can infer about him based on what he chooses to engage with on social media, I guess, is the way I will put that. But, yeah, like I said, for non-football reasons. Like, I'm not rooting against him. If he plays well, like, I would rather have good right guard play, than be like, haha, you suck, and I don't like you. Like, no, I'm not gonna, that's ridiculous. He's on my football team. I hope he plays well. He didn't kill somebody, it's fine. And then, I mean, either way you look at this, even if Radins plays comparably to how Charles would have, either way, the Titans got worse. You're losing depth at the very best. You're losing depth here. So, it's not ideal. Not that the Titans don't have decent interior O-line depth. I don't hate it. Like, Daniel Brunskill's still there. Cole Spencer, the undrafted rookie free agent, I really liked. Corey Levin's back on the team. He's probably the backup center now that Daniel Brunskill is probably the backup guard as opposed to being the backup center with Sadiq Charles' retirement. So this isn't disastrous, but it's certainly a loss, and I don't like it very much. But, when one door closes, another door opens. We did sign Quandre Diggs too, which is pretty cool. So I kind of expected that. I saw that coming for the most part, but it's nice that it's official. But without further ado, we should get into our playoff predictions here.
Yes. Let me pull that bitch up.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Guess we both think shit.
I'm gonna pull this bitch up too. All right, bitch been pulled up.
All right. Yep, I got mine.
Okay.
Let's see. How do you want to do this? Are we each just gonna go through our own playoff bracket? Take turns.
I think we should. Yeah. May as well. Just go through just run the whole thing up because we're gonna have different brackets. So.
Or we could we each do like AFC side of it, NFC side of it, tease up the Super Bowl, and we both then.
Yeah, that's fine. That works
okay.
too.
We'll do AFC, NFC, and then both give our Super Bowl picks.
Okay.
You can go. We'll do AFC first. You can go first.
Okay.
And then I'll do NFC first.
All right. For the AFC, for a reminder of my seedings, I had Kansas City, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Buffalo, Baltimore, Houston, Jets. Right.
Okay.
So, Kansas City gets the bye, and it is the 2-seeded Bengals beating the 7-seeded Jets here to start my playoff predictions. I do have the 3-seeded Colts taking out the 6-seeded Texans as well. And then I have the 5th-seeded Ravens beating the 4th-seeded Bills, and I think this wild card loss for Buffalo makes them realize they have some changes they need to make. Because I do think organizationally they have some deficiencies that are holding them back. And hopefully a wild card loss will be the kick in the ass that they need to realize that they do have some, like, I don't know what those changes are per se. I'm not in love with Sean McDermott. I think he's a good, not great coach. Maybe that's the change that needs to be made. I don't know. We'll see. And then in the divisional round, I have the 1-seeded Chiefs beating the 5-seeded Ravens, and the 2-seeded Bengals beating the 3-seeded Colts. And then I had to do it to them. 2-seeded Bengals taking the 1-seeded Chiefs, and Bengals advanced to the Super Bowl. Yes, sir.
Ooh.
I do love Kansas City this year. I just really don't want to pick Kansas City to be in the Super Bowl again. That's primarily what I will be totally brutally honest about this. I just don't want to pick them to be back. I don't want them to three-peat. I think that's fucking boring. And as great as their roster objectively got better this offseason, I don't care. I don't want to see them in the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna pick them to go. It's just what it is. Sorry, not sorry. But that's my AFC predictions.
All right. So my AFC side. So I had Bills at the 1, Bengals, Chiefs, Texans. Ravens, Jets, and then I swapped out the Browns for the Colts. I swapped out the Browns, got rid of the Browns, have the Colts at 7. That's what happened. So it's Bills, Bengals, Chiefs, Texans, Ravens, Jets, Colts.
Yes.
So let's see. At the 4-5, I have a rematch here between the Texans and the Ravens.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
See, because I'm looking at my whole bracket.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, it's like, well, a lower seed does have to upset a higher seed
at
somewhere.
Some point, yeah, probably.
But the problem is, I just don't. I don't like to. I don't feel that way about any of these, so I'm just not going to.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm gonna have the Texans getting revenge for last year from a Ravens team that I think maybe takes a step back from what they were last year, and the Texans beat the Ravens.
Nice.
Chiefs at Jets. No, Jets at Chiefs. I read that backwards. Jets at Chiefs. Arrowhead. Patrick Mahomes is the new Aaron Rodgers. Youth wins. Chiefs win. And then the Colts at the Bengals. Come on. Come on. You know where my heart lies. It always lies with Joe Burrow. So I got the Bengals winning. And then, next round. Let's see. So then we have, instead of the Bengals having to play an Arrowhead in the playoffs this time, the Chiefs are coming to play the Bengals in Cincinnati.
Okay.
And this time, the Bengals will win, proving to be the only team capable of beating the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow cements himself again as the number 2 quarterback. Depending on how this run goes, maybe he passes Pat Mahomes, but
All right.
Who knows? We don't know. We don't know. This is a hypothetical scenario.
There is nothing Joe Burrow can do this season to pass Patrick Mahomes, I don't think. I don't think that's within...
There's something he can do in my mind. It's beat him in the playoffs and win a Super Bowl. If he does that...
I don't think that makes him a better quarterback by default.
It'll put him there for me.
Whatever. You do what you gotta do.
But to me, he's the clear-cut number 2 quarterback in the league.
When healthy. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true for everyone.
Yeah, but it's an issue for him, which I think is a fair talking point for people that keep him out of the top 2 for that reason. I understand it.
I don't. They're dumb. Texans at Bills. They had a great regular season, partly because maybe they didn't have the competition some of these other teams did. I'm going to have the Texans win.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to have CJ Stroud be that guy. I'm going to have Stephon Diggs prove a point I don't agree with.
This
We
motherfucker.
get revenge on the Bills as he beats them and goes to the AFC Championship game, where we get the Texans at the Bengals. This would be best case scenario for me in the AFC side, obviously, but not just in terms of like what I think will happen, but just in terms of being a fan. Obviously, I'm from Texas. The Cowboys have been pissing me off, so my heart has opened up even more so to the Houston Texans, especially with CJ Stroud leading the way. A man of God, just like me.
Fair enough.
But God has blessed a quarterback and then banished him to Ohio.
Yes.
I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals to go back to the Super Bowl. That's my AFC side. And
okay, well, we both
I'll go
ended
ahead
up
and
with the
kick us
same
off.
result, so that's good.
Yeah, I'll kick us off with the NFC side of the
I don't like
bracket.
how you got there, though. I don't like that you have Houston making an AFC Championship game for the first time in their history. I'm not fond of it.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
you know what? I'd be forgetting.
Only team in the NFL to have never even made a conference championship game. It's pathetic, pitiful, sad. Really, I mean, it's honestly disgusting.
It's outright sad. All right.
Shameful.
So, the NFC bracket, the seeding wise for me is Eagles at 1 with the bye.
I still
and then
can't believe that.
Dude, you're gonna rehear my bracket and you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
What was he cooking?
The Falcons at 2. There it was. The Niners at 3. The Lions at 4. The Cowboys at 5. The Packers at 6. And then the Cardinals at 7. So to start things off, we have the Cowboys at the Lions for the 5-4 matchup. And the Cowboys suck in the playoffs.
They sure do.
And the Lions show that they can win, just like they did last year. So they're going to do it again this year. They're going to beat the Cowboys. And in a lot of people's mind, take the title of America's team away from them.
I think that's fair.
Which I don't.
Have the Cowboys really been America's team in terms of like people actually liking them across the country, or are they just America's team because that's been their nickname for so long?
I still think that like if a major city doesn't have, I think they're a default team for people to be fans of.
I suppose.
Maybe the most default team, and I think other countries looking at football, thinking about football, I still think the Cowboys are going to come into their mind.
I think Dallas is worth more financially than like any other in terms of like if somebody.
I think
were to
any other
come in and
sports
try to
franchise.
buy a franchise, yeah, I think the Cowboys are still worth the most. So maybe that's part of it. I don't know.
Yeah, they still have that reach. So there's to me they just are. But then we have Packers at the Niners.
Another rematch.
And I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to do it.
Oh,
I think the Niners Niner, and they have, and I know they don't lose this early in the playoffs, but my point is not that they lose in the playoffs, that somebody important is going to be injured in this game. Maybe they were already hurt. Maybe they get hurt in it. I'm factoring that in because it's their luck or lack thereof. I think the Packers have the better quarterback, which plays a big role in playoffs. I'm going to have the Packers upsetting the Niners round 1 of the playoffs.
I don't hate this because I love Jordan Love, but yeah, no, I get it.
And speaking of the better quarterback winning in the playoffs, we have the Cardinals at the Falcons. I think Kyler Murray can be special at times. Mm-hmm. I think in this battle of the birds, he'll be special. Kirk Cousins might be Kirk Cousins in the big moment. We don't know. Let's go with the Cardinals upsetting the Falcons.
Let's fucking do it.
As Marvin Harrison Jr. possibly puts on the newest, greatest rookie wide receiver season ever.
I hope so.
My guess is that he won't have it based on regular season, but he'll have at least a little run in the playoffs
I think
that might
Marvin
edge it out to
Harrison
him.
Jr. is going to have a top 3 rookie wide. Like you could look at Puka Nacua and Justin Jefferson's seasons as better, but I think that's it. I think Marvin Harrison will be 3rd in terms of like all-time rookie receiver seasons.
Maybe. So
Well,
that's round
Jamar
1.
Chase was fucking incredible too as a rookie. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to even say. I don't know. He's top 5. I'll say top 5. Whatever. He'll be one of the best rookie receivers ever.
And then we get fun matchups here. We get some fun matchups. We get the Packers at the Lions.
That's a fun one.
I think the Lions. This is tough. You know what? I think Jared Goff is better than Brock Purdy. The Packers are playing a better quarterback. There's a stat going around.
What's the gap really between Goff and Purdy? It is like minuscule.
Oh, it's there though. Have you seen Jared Goff's girlfriend? Or I don't know where they are right now in the terms of the relationship. But have you seen her? Well, he's a winner.
Oh yeah. No, I understand that. She's bad as hell.
He's a winner. That factors. I think we need to start factoring that in a little bit more when we talk about quarterbacks.
I don't see Goff and Purdy really all that differently in terms of like guys who play well within a system who I don't think would do much, like would do quite the same outside of it. I mean, we've seen Goff in a bad system, but it was his rookie year. But like he looked great with Sean McVay. He looks great with Ben Johnson. I don't know. Like I just get the feeling watching him play if he had like, I don't know, like Tim Kelly calling plays. I don't think.
I mean, I think he's got a better arm. He's a bigger guy. I got Goff over him.
I think in the post Ben Johnson era, which we will probably see next season, I think we will see a different Goff next year.
Welp, this is not that.
Yeah,
season.
I understand. This Ben Johnson's still around, so we're not there yet.
We're gonna have Jahmyr Gibbs going brazy.
Yeah.
We're gonna see Jameson Williams.
Hopefully.
I think do some really good things.
Hopefully, it's about damn time. Get it together. Come on.
We know Laporta. We know Amon-Ra St. Brown, I'm going to predict he doesn't have a muscle of his torn off his body when he plays this game.
I think that's a fair prediction.
Give me the Lions. Home field, beating the Packers, and this... I don't know where this ranks for Lions wins in their team history.
It's probably up there.
Probably up there, if they did this. And then we get another battle of the birds. The Cardinals are just battling birds. They had the Falcons last round. They have the Eagles this round. Eagles versus Cardinals.
Yeah. I want you to do the funny thing here. I want you to know. I want you to do the funny thing here. May as well, right?
Do you know how I feel about Kyler Murray?
If he won this game. Well, he's better than Jalen Hurts, I'll tell you that much.
I was going to say, do you know how I feel about Jalen Hurts?
The better quarterback is in Arizona. I personally believe.
Do I like the Philadelphia Eagles?
Sure. Well, not from a like liking them standpoint, but no, you don't like the Philadelphia Eagles.
I don't like them. I think they have a good roster.
Yes.
But I still don't like their team's aura. I don't like Nick Sirianni.
No.
Oh, this would also be a student versus the teacher type shit.
I don't fuck with Vic Fangio either. Every time he leaves an organization, like the defensive players are always talking shit about him after the fact. Like Javon Holland was going crazy when Fangio left. Like players do not resonate with Fangio at all. And there's a lot of
I'm gonna have a 7 seed make the conference championship as the Arizona Cardinals.
Fuck it.
From having the 4th overall pick a year ago, going to the conference championship.
I'm down. I'm so down.
And then your NFC side, sir.
My NFC side.
Oh wait,
of things.
I didn't pick the conference championship. I forgot I was. I think the Cardinals' luck will run out at this point. I think the overall talent of the Lions probably at least who they lost. The Cardinals lost their top edge guy, right?
Yeah, B.J. Ojolari tore his ACL, I think, which is not cool, man.
So they're already
they desperately need to trade for Matthew Judon, dude. Like that needs to happen.
But yeah, I love Marvin Harrison Jr., but obviously I think the weapons the Lions have all around are better than what the Cardinals have. You throw in an Aiden Hutchinson, some other defensive players for the Lions. I'm going to go with the Lions
All right.
making the Super Bowl. So we go from two Battle of the Birds in the NFC side to a Battle of the Big Cats in the Super Bowl.
All right.
But now it's your NFC side, sir.
All right. My seeding for the NFC. We had 49ers number 1, Packers number 2, Falcons number 3, Eagles number 4, Lions number 5, Cardinals number 6, and Rams number 7. So round 1, I got the 2-seeded Packers taking on the 7-seeded Rams. I got the Packers winning. You had the Cardinals over the Falcons. I too have the Cardinals playing the Falcons. And I too have the Cardinals beating the Falcons. Round 1.
Whoa.
Battle of the Birds. 6-seeded Cardinals, 3-seeded Falcons. Don't care. Cards on top. Caw. Both teams have ridiculous holes at edge, by the way. Like, there's going to be no pass rush in that game. The final score is going to be like 42-35.
Ooh, what a fun game, though.
Oh, my God, I can't wait. If it happens, if we see Cardinals-Falcons, I think it's going to be a really fun game. I had the 5th-seeded Lions beating the 4th-seeded Eagles as well. I don't care for the vibes of this team. I don't like them. I don't think they're going to be very good this year, outside of winning the NFC East, which is not an accomplishment this season, I would argue. But
well, we'll have to see.
Whatever. Don't matter. Next round, I do have the 49ers beating the Cardinals. The Cardinals have just a few too many holes at this point. 49ers are still the most complete roster in the conference. And then I do have the Packers.
Let's see what this Brandon Ayuk trade looks like.
I do have the Packers beating the Lions here. In this 2-seeded Packers beating the 5th-seeded Lions. Even without Brandon Ayuk, and now I love Brandon Ayuk. I've been very vocal about my love for Brandon Ayuk. Nobody likes Brandon Ayuk more than me. I'll even make the claim there. Like, I am like the Brandon Ayuk guy. Deebo Samuel, Juwan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, like, are they going to be bad offensively without Brandon Ayuk? No.
Yes.
Sure.
They'll miss his blocking.
They'll miss everything about him. For sure. Like, they will miss Brandon Ayuk, but it will not be the end of the world. I think they're still the best team in the conference, even without Brandon Ayuk. And that's why I have them beating the Packers in the NFC Championship game. I would love to see the Packers win that game. I don't see it happening, though. And then my Super Bowl will be between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers.
Bengals versus a NFC West team from California.
We've seen it happen before.
I've seen that story before.
Seen this episode already. Now, am I going first or are you going first? I'll tell you right now, I don't think it matters.
Do you want to say it at the same time?
Sure. I think the folks watching probably know.
Just say the team name, not the city.
Okay. 3,
right.
2, 1.
Bengals.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of figured that was coming.
It's the year for Burrow, baby.
I think this is my exact prediction I had last year was Bengals over 49ers in the Super Bowl. I want to run it back. We've got Joe Burrow healthy this year. I'm going to run it back. I think Cincinnati can. Yes, it sucks seeing San Francisco lose yet another Super Bowl. Not fun.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, you're right. I kind of enjoy it at this point. It's kind of fun to watch.
That would be so funny if they. Oh my God! If
Kyle
they lost
Shanahan
again,
will be like the Dan Marino of head coaches by the time he retires.
He's
it's gonna
currently he has Andy Reid's career. He's waiting for his Patrick Mahomes to come through.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
But yeah,
they do it for
Burrow to Jamar Chase. You throw in T. Higgins.
He's still there.
I like Zach Moss.
I do too. Yeah.
People were making a big deal about the Mixon to Moss
Moss is better.
Downgrade?
Moss is better.
Yeah,
Moss was way
I was
better
like,
last year than Mixon was. Like halfway
I
through
was
the
like, guys,
season, Zach Moss was second in the league in rushing yards behind CMC. Zach Moss is good.
yeah,
Put
I was
some
like,
respect on
guys,
Zach Moss.
this guy's pretty
Plus,
good.
they
But
still
yeah,
have Chase Brown behind him, who's a nice change of pace back. He's a faster guy. He gives you a little more juice than Moss does. You know, Moss gives you like the between the tackles, like powerful guy, good in the gap scheme. Chase Brown gives you a little something extra, a little juice. They don't play the same role. Like, you have a little something else behind them. And then Andre Yosefis at receiver as well, I think is going to have a very nice year. Like I don't know. Charlie Jones is there too, I think, isn't he? Didn't they? I think they drafted him last year as well, unless I'm mistaken. So I think they drafted them both, and people were like, "How many fucking receivers do the Bengals need?"
I mean, Trey Hendrickson is still there. Requested a trade, but it's not happening.
Yeah, Charlie Jones is on the Bengals. So, excuse me.
You're loaded at a position that in the modern NFL you need to be loaded at.
Yeah, can never have too many wide receivers.
No, especially when you have a distributor like Joe Burrow.
Yeah. You lose Jonah Williams, but you draft Demarius Mims, and you also get Trent Brown in free agency. Like,
Yeah.
they got tackles.
You'd hope. They keep attacking it. Hopefully this is the year it all hits.
I like Demarius Mims a lot. I think he's going to be fantastic.
I bet he'll be good eventually.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have to start day one.
I didn't have to. I think he
At
could,
least on tackle.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
I
yeah.
think they're going to be really good. I'm excited.
We're locked in again. I think last year we both picked Bengals.
That's what I was saying. I think my exact prediction last year was Bengals over 49ers. I think I had the exact same Super Bowl prediction last season.
I know I probably had Bengals over Cowboys if I had to guess.
I think you did. Yeah. I'm glad you're being realistic about it this year.
Well, I felt that way last year. I was like, Micah Parsons is great. CeeDee Lamb is great. I think Dak is good enough, especially in a weaker NFC in terms of quarterbacks at least.
Yeah.
Like, I still think Dak's better than Brock Purdy. Like, that's the quarterback that came out of the NFC. I was like, I still like Trayvon Diggs. I think he got better in terms of just actually covering.
Yeah.
DeMarcus Lawrence, I think, is like maybe one of the better edge twos. Still a good run stopper. Like, the only reason to say it's unrealistic to pick the Cowboys is just because it's not because of roster. I guess I'll just say that. It's not because of roster.
It's because of coaching.
Coaching, aura. That team has negative aura right now.
In the playoffs, at the very least, yeah. No aura whatsoever.
Yeah, history. Like, if I just showed blank rosters, it wouldn't be crazy to pick the Cowboys, but or like the rosters without the names.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is our playoff predictions, baby.
Let's go. All right. So, is it what time is it actually?
I think we can cut deep.
I think so. I think that's you're right. That's where we're at right now.
Icebreaker. What vegetable did you hate growing up?
A lot of.
I think I was a stereotypical broccoli hater.
I was gonna say broccoli in particular. It was not because I always hate because my mom would always make it in the microwave like steamed broccoli and it smelled like shit. Coming out the microwave. Now, like when I go to my mom's house, and she makes dinner. She will make the broccoli like in the oven, and she'll like season it really well, and she'll use like avocado oil and shit, and she'll roast the broccoli. It's delicious. I love it. I tear that shit up every time she makes it. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah, I think I would probably just go with broccoli. Super stereotypical.
Yeah.
That's what I got. So let's get deep. Okay. Be poor with a job you love or rich with a job you hate. Why?
Feels kind of oxymoronic because I don't think I'd love my job if I was poor. Because, like, part of loving my job is that it pays me, like, a livable enough wage. But,
I'm going with rich with a job I hate. I can't imagine not viewing a job as, like, this 40-hour thing I do. And then the rest of that time is all for me, which I could enjoy better.
I would certainly rather enjoy my job than not enjoy my job, but
yeah, definitely.
I don't know how much could I possibly love a job that doesn't pay me like a good livable wage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
How poor am I? How rich am I?
right. I think I need a little more to this, but I'm gonna say rich with a job I hate because like I mean I don't know how much I hate that. I mean I really hate working a job that I don't like. You know I don't know. I'm gonna go with that, but I don't really feel good about either of these.
Yeah. And it's like, how much do I hate it? Like, am I like
Am I mildly
on a
annoyed
fucking
by it, or
oil rig?
am I filled with vitriol every time I clock in? Like, well, if I'm rich, I'm probably not clocking in. I'm probably salary, which might be why I hate my job. They keep overworking me. I don't know.
Yeah. Deeper.
Let's get deeper.
Okay. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if we can answer this one.
Okay.
Because I don't, at least to me, there wasn't a moment. But describe the moment you realized you had fallen in love with your partner. We are each other's partners
In
in
this
these.
scenario, yeah.
Because I just feel like friendship, usually for me, is just a gradual growing
Yeah.
thing. I've never had a moment of like, this dude's going to be in my life forever for anybody.
Yeah.
It's just eventually I look back and I'm like, oh yeah, Jacob will probably just be
Yeah.
to
Just be
varying
there.
degrees be a part of my life
Yeah.
here on out.
Yeah. I've only ever had like one moment like that with somebody, and it was
Hmm.
Pokemon related, so I do feel the need to bring it up. It was with my best friend here. His name is John. In fact, I went. He's the guy I went to the movies with on Sunday, and we met when we worked at a hardware store together. You know, the one with the blue, not the one with the orange. Um, and there was one day, it was right when Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl had been announced, and we were talking about it very briefly. And I was thinking about like how they did Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon, and um, I was like, I don't think they're gonna do like Primal Dialga and Primal Palkia. And he was like, I kind of wish they did. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm thinking about like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon when they did Primal Dialga, and he was like he lit up as soon as I mentioned like Primal Dialga for Mystery Dungeon. He was like, "You know so much more than I thought you did." Like he that it was at that moment he knew I knew ball, right? And so, like from that moment on, that's when we became like really good friends. Like that day, and like that was in one instance I can remember having like a moment with somebody that I knew very like we'd spoken briefly before, but we hadn't like really talked, like had like a real conversation. And then once I said that, it was like a thing that tied us together in that moment. And then ever since then, we've been good dudes. So it's the only time I feel like in a friendship I've ever had like one moment I can point to and be like, that's what did it. But for us, it was just I don't know, football at the bus loop.
Hmm.
You know, just talking like when we need it. Type shit. So it's just always been steady, always been there. Like you said, a gradual like growth until you just kind
And
of look at it and
has
go, yeah, that's just gonna be there, and that's a good
and
thing.
do you think that gradual growth has put us on the same wavelength?
I sure hope so. Sure hope so. It's been a couple weeks since we've both gotten both of them right. I think we need to get our get back this week. I'm feeling it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's do it today.
Yep. Um, Host guesses first, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut my eyeballs.
Hmm. Okay. A number has been shown to the camera.
Splendid. So, this number. Describe it to me. Okay.
That's not how the game is played.
All right. Give me a steel type Pokemon.
Let me look them up.
Whatever. Fake Pokemon.
Sorry,
Had that
Mr.
shit on lock.
Gamer.
Sorry, my Prada's at the cleaners. Next to my hoodie and my fuck you flip flops. You pretentious douchebag.
Let's see. Maybe you. Oh, those are just okay. Maybe. maybe you.
We got a few options here. Okay.
Got a couple that I'm feeling. You alright? You kind of cool. I actually like you.
Oh,
And then
so
there's
what I'm
young.
hearing is this is going to be a lower number. Based on the ad libs you've given me here.
You know what? Let's just go with what I first was kind of feeling. Let's go with Meowth Galarian form.
All right, so I take it you're not very high on this one. I'm feeling like a 3, maybe a 2. At best, 4. I don't think you're any higher than 4 on like Galarian Meowth. I don't think folks really care about Galarian Meowth. And you said I actually kind of like you for one of the other ones, which leads me to believe it's not a higher.
Well, actually, can I tell? I could tell you what. I'll tell you what I said that for.
Sure.
Because it wasn't actually relative to the number. It was just Klefki. Because I feel like Klefki gets hated on. So that was just like a thought independent to the number.
Yeah, I still don't buy that you feel highly about Galarian Meowth. I think it's lower on the spectrum for you.
You don't know what I like.
Yeah, I think I do actually. That's why I more often than not get the wavelength correct. It's because I'm usually pretty in tune with what you're feeling. I'm feeling you. I thought I was feeling you. That Brayden.
We need to see when we started this and go back and see who's.
I've gotten more than half of these for sure. No question about it. I've gotten more than half.
You've gotten more than half, either right or within one, for sure.
No, I've gotten more than half of these on the dot. I promise, and I think you have too. I think we're both generally pretty good at this.
But we're not. But it's been a while since we've both gotten them.
I think overall I've got a couple on you. I think.
So what I'm hearing is
I think I'm in the lead by like 2, if I had to guess. I remember getting.
I give better hints, is what I'm hearing.
No, I'm better, is what I'm hearing.
I hear that I'm giving better hints. That's how I'm hearing. I can guide you better.
I'm better at interpreting.
No, I'm a better shaman.
Run the tape back. I'm a better interpreter of said hints.
I just give better hints.
No. I give better head.
That's definitely not true.
Prove
it. Whip it out.
On camera?
No.
Kiss me through the phone?
All right.
Anywho.
One question down.
Yeah, I got full mo. Damn.
Sam.
I'm like stumped today.
Creative juices aren't flowing.
Yeah, give me give me an interior defensive lineman.
Mozzie Smith so far.
Okay, yeah, we're definitely in like the 2 or 3 territory here. All right. I don't think it's like 1. I don't think Galarian Meowth is like the worst thing to ever grace this earth. So I think we're looking at neither is Mozzie Smith. He's just kind of fat. So I think we're looking at.
This year's gonna be different.
We're looking at it. I hope so. I liked Mozzie Smith. I think we're looking at a 2 or a 3. Fuck. Give me like an ice cream topping you'd get at like one of those like frozen yogurt bars or like like the liquid nitrogen ice cream type shits. Like what they got the fucking toppings and shit in there. Give me an ice cream
gummy
topping.
bears.
Whoa.
We'll talk about it later, I guess.
I
we'll
guess
probably talk about that
when
later.
they get cold, they get really hard. I understand it. But you were so quick with that, I'm feeling like this might actually be a 1. But I don't think so. I think it's a 2 or a 3 still. However, I'm guessing your reasoning behind this would be that they get really hard when they're cold. And I get that. I understand that. I don't think they're like I think I like gummy bears much better when they're not in ice cream. Yeah, I don't know. Anywho, shout out dirt pudding, by the way. That's the best application of gummy anything is gummy worms and dirt pudding. I haven't had dirt pudding in so long. I need dirt pudding, like, desperately. But, anywho. Um, what are we looking at? All right, that's 3 questions down so far. I got 2 more of these.
You got Galarian Meowth,
Mozzie Smith, Gummy
Mozzie
Bears.
Smith, Gummy Bears. What a trio.
Give me a starting point guard.
Maybe right now, D'Angelo Russell.
Okay. I'm still feeling in the neighborhood of like 2 or 3. I'm kind of I think I'm feeling 2. I think I'm feeling 2. Because you're saying these too quickly for it not to be like a lower number. You know what I mean? Like, you're kind of fast with them. Like, you said Gummy Bears almost immediately.
Because it fit perfectly for what this number
so
is.
it's like, I'm thinking this is like, I'm thinking you're at 2. So, I don't know, 2 and 3 is so tough to differentiate. So, give me...
This is the final question?
Yeah. Give me a musical instrument.
Oh, I don't know musical instruments. Mayonnaise.
Sure. Sure. Why not? Okay, give me an exercise at the gym then. If this.
I'm walking through the gym right now. Let me see.
Actually, I think you're sitting in your chair.
Let's do the hex press.
Oh hell, yeah! I'm gonna go with 2. I'm gonna lock it in.
It's your final answer.
Final answer 2.
It was 3.
Shit. Yeah. 2 and 3 are so tough because like I know it's not 1 and I know it's not 4, and I feel like 8 and 9 are so much more easier to differentiate than like 2 and 3. 2 and 3 are very hard.
Fair.
Yeah.
My turn. Let me
think of a number before you shut your eyes. I don't know yet. All right, I'm there. I'm sat. Shut your eyeballs.
Closed.
All right. The fine folks at home know what my fingers look like now.
Let's go with a live action TV show from our childhood.
Live action TV show from our childhood. I didn't watch like a ton of these. If I had to, I'm going to say Pair of Kings.
Okay.
I'm going to say Pair of Kings. That's where my head's at.
I remember liking Pair of Kings when I was a tiny tot.
Yeah.
But looking back, I bet that one did not age as well as like some of the others.
It might not. I haven't watched it since we watched it, when we were youngins.
Yeah, same. I'm thinking mid. I think we're thinking in the mids. We're thinking like 4 through 6. We're in the mids. Give me give me a place to sleep. Like your bedroom, friend's couch, hotel room, motel room, Airbnb bed, sleeping in a tent.
This is tough because I hate sleeping anywhere that isn't my own bed. Like,
Hmm.
vitriolically hate sleeping anywhere that isn't my own bed. Um, if I had to pick something else, I'd say like my friend's bed, or like a friend's couch. I think the way I'm looking at this here, I think that's probably where I'm at. A friend's bed or a friend's couch.
So this is higher then.
It could be. Very well could be.
Because you were like, if it couldn't be my own bed, then it'd be this, and this is the answer. So we're maybe.
I don't know. Like I hate, like almost every other option is like a one or a two. Like a tent, that's a zero. I fucking hate sleeping outside. Um, like Airbnbs and hotels, that
there
shit's
is
disgusting. You take a black light to that
some of
shit.
my best memories are just tinted up with a bro. No bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tinted,
I don't need you to elaborate on that one. Actually, I think.
no sex was had.
Well, now I definitely don't want you to elaborate. I mean, it's not even gonna be a fun story. Um,
I miss you, Alan. Just gonna throw that out there, Alan. If you
I
ever
don't
see
know.
this,
And then like Airbnbs and hotels, like I've had good experiences in the beds. Like they've all been comfy and they've all looked clean. But why are you looking at me like that before?
you've had good experiences in
I
the bed,
actually
would
did
you?
lose my virginity in an Airbnb. Yeah.
Wow, mine was in the back of the car. I still drive.
Yeah, fair enough. No, I did lose my virginity in an Airbnb bed. So like, yeah, I guess I have had good experiences in an Airbnb. Um, but yeah, yeah, like generally speaking, like they're gross. They're just nasty. Like the amount of bodies that have been in them, it is a gross thought. I hate thinking about it when I stay at hotels, and like Chris Pratt famously said, if you take a black light to it, it's gonna look like a Jackson Pollock painting. Uh, so, not because that's what people do in hotels. Like they fuck. That's what it like. Some people get hotels specifically
I
for
haven't,
that purpose. I've never had a hotel for the expressed intent of having sex, but a lot of people do.
but have you had sex in a hotel?
No,
Oh,
I've had sex in an Airbnb, and I've had sex at, I guess, in the bed at my dad's house, and then I've had sex in my apartment, and that's it. I think. Yes, that's the
right
list.
there.
That's the list of places I've had. Yeah, right here. This is where all the magic has happened.
Mine is back of my car and this girl's bed. This other girl's bed.
Hell yeah.
Two places. Did I finish either time?
No,
No, I did
I
not.
haven't either. Still, and I've had a good bit of sex, so it's
Wait,
not
you've never finished either?
not like from sex. Not that I've never finished during any sexual act, but I've never finished like from sex. No,
Hmm.
it's not uncommon. Like that's a
Well, it makes me
especially
feel a
like
little better.
yeah, especially like early on. Like it usually gets better. The more often you do it. Also, it's
Okay.
better when you do it with somebody you actually like love, not just somebody you're having sex with. You know what I mean? Like when there's
Yeah,
at
definitely.
least for me personally, I've always enjoyed it more when there's actually better.
Probably. Hopefully.
Yeah, I think you will. I think so.
Um, your friend's bed, pair of kings.
Yeah, friend's bed slash couch.
Hmm.
I think is probably the closest I can get to this number. Maybe.
Give me a Pokemon HM.
I'm gonna go with strength.
Okay. I'm feeling like 7. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm feeling 7.
Yeah.
Um. Give me a smiling friends character. I think we've done this before,
We
but
have.
run it back.
Um. The aliens from that one episode in season 2 where they get kidnapped by the alien.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
The
they're aliens.
the frat bro aliens, or the ones that actually kidnapped them?
Well, the frat bro aliens, like the ones who are like,
Okay.
dude, I can't believe you actually blew up that planet, dude. I'm like, this isn't even real, man. I can't
This is an
believe
LED light I got off Timu.
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's drop back down to like, man, let's drop back down to like 5. But who would have been a 7 anyways?
All of the main characters I feel like are better than a 7.
I think, gun to my head, I might have put, and I love them.
Don't say it. Don't say
But
it.
they just haven't done much with
Don't
them.
say it.
There's been some great gags with them, but they haven't done that much with them.
Do not fucking say it.
All right, I won't.
All right. I knew the word your mouth was about to form. I'm not letting that slide. This is my episode. All right, next week, if you want to say this, I can't stop you. This is my episode. There will be no Glep slander on my channel. All right.
I love Gleb.
You shut your whore mouth.
I love Gleb.
Right.
Like, seriously, I like when he's in scenes and when he does stuff.
He is an 8. He's not a 7.
Oh, we're getting pissy over one
Fuck
difference.
you.
I love Gleb.
I do wish they would do more with him, though. I'm with you. I want them to do more with him.
Because once they started doing more with Alan, I liked Alan even more. I liked Alan to begin with. Yeah, Alan having a focus episode was hilarious.
Season 2 Alan definitely was top tier.
It was like a 9.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm sitting at like a 5 now. What do I have? I have
Pair of Kings.
Pair of Kings, Friend's Bed/Couch.
And then Aliens. We spent
Those
a long
Aliens.
time on the Friend's Bed/Couch, so.
That's right, we did.
Yeah.
Just give me a fruit.
Red grapes.
Okay,
Grapes.
they're worse than green, in my opinion. I do like grapes, though. So maybe
yeah,
6. Maybe 6.
Maybe.
Fuck. Okay.
Maybe. You got one question left.
Give me a family member of yours, specifically.
That is an insane. I gotta rate a family member on a 1 to 10.
You don't have to.
What if they watch this video?
That would be hilarious.
Look, if it was a 10, no question about it. It's my little sister, and then
Somebody came to your mind, though. You definitely thought of somebody.
Look, man.
Do you want me to ask a different question?
I can text you my answer, and then we
Okay,
can,
text.
and then
Yeah,
you can
text.
ask me,
Text.
You can
Text.
still ask me a different one for content purposes, but
No, we'll go off this one. This will be the last one.
okay. That's the noise my phone just made. Apparently, the gap between quarterback job with Geno Smith and Sam Howell is wider than the distance between the Grand Canyon to the other side. Jesus Christ! I knew Howell had been struggling. I didn't know it was that bad. My God. Okay, let me find. All right. Okay. I actually have 2 answers that fit the bill for me on this one.
Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Um,
Neither of them watch my videos, mind you. But what if they did?
what if they did? Do they even know you make videos?
I think so.
Let's go with. All right. Final answer. I'm locking in 6.
It was 7.
Damn.
Damn.
What was the one that made me drop all the way to 5?
The aliens from Smiling Front. I don't know. I thought they were
Uh,
pretty cool.
yeah.
Oh, they made
Yeah.
them blow up a fucking planet, dude. Like that's pretty badass. I don't know. Like that's. I
Yeah.
thought that bit was hilarious. But
To me, 7. I think I would have gone. Actually, I might have gone with like Mr. Frog.
is he serious? Chat.
All right,
Is he
here. Let me
serious?
break it down to you. Charlie and Pim would be 10s.
Easy. Yeah.
I'd put Alan and Mr. Boss at 9. Mr. Boss has really grown on me.
Yeah.
Let's put Glep at 8.
I think Mr. Frog's there with Glep though. I think he's an 8 too. Personally, I wouldn't put him at 7. I see why you would. I wouldn't though. I think he's there
Okay.
with Glep. I think you're being a little disrespectful to both Glep
So
and
Pair
Mr.
of
Frog.
Kings.
See, yeah, like you said, Pair of Kings. Like I'm looking at it through the nostalgia lens. I probably liked it well enough to say it was a 7. But like if I
No,
was to go
Pair of
back
Kings.
and
Pair of
watch
Kings.
it,
I get at 7.
if I was to go back and watch it, I probably wouldn't like it as much. Like that'd be
No, I get that one. So Pair of Kings 7. The aliens. Those family members, which makes more sense. What were the other ones?
Red grapes.
Oh, those grapes.
I prefer red to green, by the way.
Really? See, I think that was another thing. I think that was another thing that kept me lower.
Yeah. See, green grapes.
'Cause I was like-
green grapes are like just a tad lower for me. I do love them both. Like honestly, if I'm being honest, red grapes are probably higher than a 7. They might be an 8 or so for me. I fucks with grapes.
Oh, wow.
I like grapes. Like,
But,
I'd go hard for grapes. Maybe
ladies and
blueberries.
gentlemen,
Blueberries for me might be more.
we were not on the same wavelength today.
Neither of us were. Yeah, we were washed today. Absolutely washed.
Both one off.
Both won out, which we're never. I think the worst either of us have ever been is 2. And I think we've both done it like once.
Yeah,
That's it. In general, we're usually pretty locked in with this one. We were not locked in today. We've had a bad run with these. I think.
Yeah,
we're
we're losing our wavelength,
on
dude.
a cold streak. You know, we're gonna get it back though. We're gonna get it back. I have faith.
It's because Jacob keeps posting alt-right content to his Instagram. And I've just been
alt-right content.
I've been feeling a little iffy towards him.
The kids aren't alt-right, or the kids are alt-right, unfortunately. As I have, I posted a swastika to my Instagram story today. I did not do that. That's not true. No.
Okay,
I've
but
not been posting alt-right content. I do need that to be clear, but allegedly.
anyway, I think you when the Aiden Ross stream happened with Trump, I think you put on your story, "This is the greatest stream this country has ever seen."
I think my exact words were Donald Trump, XQC, and Aiden Ross are like the 3 people I wouldn't want to be around the most. Like that is the ultimate nightmare blunt rotate. Actually, not even nothing political about this. I feel like smoking with Trump would be pretty cool. Because, like, I feel like if you got him high, like, he'd be pretty relaxed, and he'd be, like, you know, just doing his little dance, and he'd be, like,
Just a little dancey dance.
In fact, I think if you got Trump and Harris in the same room and just gave them both a blunt, I think shit would be fine.
It'd be pretty. I think it'd be chill.
Because, like, she
I
laughs
would be
a lot
very
as it
scared
is. I
about
think
what giving
she would be
Biden.
She'd be laughing hysterically while high, right? She giggles enough as it is. While high, she's gonna be fucking insane. And then, like, I feel like it would kind of balance each other out a little bit, because Trump would be a little more mellow, I think, off the stuff. And then, you know, I feel like I wouldn't hate that personally, but just in general, like, Aiden Ross and XQC, like, I can't think of 2 people I'd want to spend less time with than Aiden Ross and XQC. Like, gotta be the 2 dumbest people on the platform, for starters.
Now, guys, read in between the lines. This is the way of Jacob saying that he would want to smoke with the Tate brothers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You gotta read in between the lines.
My two favorite sex traffickers. Damn straight.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Should throw that in there. Allegedly.
But now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the staple segment of this pod.
Yes, sir.
Top 3 of the week. Pizza places. I think specifically more chains. I don't think we got any mom and pops.
No, we're not doing... I got a local place that's pretty good here, but... We're doing chains. We're doing chains today. I've got my 3 locked in. He's got his 3 locked in. He's going to kick us off here because he's the guest. That's how top 3 works. Brayden, number 3. What we got?
Number 3. Domino's.
Yes, sir.
I like Domino's. I think one of the things is I like their wings.
I think they do like non-pizza better than pretty much anybody else.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that's why I'm putting them here at 3. I still like their pizza.
Yeah.
But the wings is what ultimately does it here. But yeah, nothing crazy. I remember the last time I've really had Domino's. I think if we're ordering in here, we only order from number 1 on this list. Yeah. So in terms of me having had some of this stuff, it's been a while for a lot of these.
Yeah.
So I can't articulate things that well, but just off memory, off the vibes, off wings, off of lack of slur use, I've got Domino's at 3.
Oh, I think that's a sneak peek at what number 1 could be. Yeah.
What number 1 could be?
Yeah. Lack of slur use for Domino's would imply that number 1 uses slurs.
Or that none of them do.
Leaving that one outside the top 3 would be pretty crazy, but, that's whatever. Anywho. Not for that reason, mind you. It's not a top 3 chain because of the slurs. I need to make that clear. I'm not beating the alt-right allegations right now.
We don't need to say why, but it would be way funnier if you had the alt-right allegations on this pod than me.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Very funny.
I mean, I feel like I've made it known a couple of times.
In terms of relationship with slurs, it would, like top 3 for restaurants would be like Papa John's, Burger King.
Yeah. Oh no, Burger King's number 1.
Yeah. Oh no, 100%. Just one video alone, dude.
Kick that off the plane.
He's got the script down. He's got the lines memorized.
Whoa. All right. Anywho, number 3. I need you to hear me out on this one. All right. This is not something that has ever claimed to taste incredible. It has only ever claimed to be hot and ready. And that, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, is exactly what Little Caesars provides you. It has never once said this is the best pizza you're ever going to fucking eat in your life. Because it's not, and we can be honest about it. But it's the cheapest option you got, and it's hot, and it's ready. This is hot to go. When Chaperone made hot to go, she was talking about Little Caesars. All right, and in terms of flavor, if we're talking in terms of pure, like, how good the pizza is it top 3? No. But if we're taking into the convenience into account here, we're taking the price into account here, we're taking crazy bread into account here, I think it deserves a spot. I don't think it's insane to say that. I don't think it's ridiculous to say that, quite frankly. Little Caesars, hot and ready, number 3. Come fuck with me. Brayden, you're number 2.
My number 2 is Little Caesars. We're Little Caesar and back to back.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Do you know what I put first? Money.
Oh, I thought you were going to say...
You know who doesn't eat away at my money?
Little Caesars.
Little Caesars. Little Caesars understands its place better than any other pizza place, any other fast food or fast food adjacent place out there.
About it.
And you know what? I'm tired of this slander. I like the way it tastes.
It's good. It's good. I will never claim to say it's bad.
You said it's not top 3 off of taste? I like the sausage.
Whoa.
Their sausage pizza is good. Their
Whoa.
crazy bread is crazy.
Crazy bread is crazy. That is crazy. Hitting on something crazy every single time.
Little Caesars has been providing people without a lot of money a chance to eat something hot
and ready.
And it gets shamed for it. It gets made fun of for it. I'm tired of it.
This is just another example of class warfare in this country. We gotta stop shitting on the poor. We gotta stop shitting on people who like Little Caesars. You gotta stop calling people broke for eating this shit. So what if I am? I can't afford to get number one every time.
If your grandma or grandpa, who hasn't adjusted to inflation from when they were kids, gives you a bit of money and says, go eat something good, what's the only place that you could go to with the amount of money they would give you?
Little Caesars.
It's Little Caesars. Little Caesars at number 2 for me. Jacob, you're number 2.
I'm with you. Funny enough, my number 2 is Domino's.
Whoa.
Domino's has a little bit of sentimental
value. Our orders
are
like scissoring.
Ooh, it's hot. Domino's to me has some sentimental value as well as being delicious. Like I said earlier, they do probably non-pizza better than most other pizza places, if not the best. Their wings are fantastic. Their garlic parmesan bites, divine. The pizza's really good too, especially the pan pizzas. I fucks with the pan pizzas. I fucks with the Brooklyn style pizzas. You fold that bitch up like I'll be folding your bitch up. You feel me? It's good as hell. The sausage is really good. The sauce is really good. You know what I mean? The garlic sauce they give you is good too. The crust, they always do the garlic on the crust. The crust is fantastic every time. And, it definitely doesn't always agree with my tummy. But, that's the price you have to pay sometimes for some good eats. And that's what Domino's is. And for me, the sentimental value comes from every time I'd go visit my dad, when when we were living in different states, especially. Even when I was in Brayden and he was in Orlando and it was like a 2-hour drive, we'd still get Domino's most of the time. But especially when I was in Tennessee and he was in Virginia, or when I was in Texas and he was in Virginia, like every time I'd go, we'd always get Domino's as soon as we got home, like every single time. And so, it was like every time I saw my dad, there was Domino's involved too. So, a lot of memories with my dad with Domino's involved. So, Domino's number 2 for me, easily. In fact, it would have been number 1 up until about a month ago. I have seen the light. I have seen the light on my number 1, and we'll get into that here in a minute.
My number 1.
Your number 1.
I'll be honest, I don't know where all this place is at, because I feel like I've only actually seen it here in San Antonio, but it doesn't give off like from San Antonio vibes, so I don't think it's from here, but I've only seen it here compared to where else I've lived. But my number 1, the go-to for this house, is Marco's.
I think there's a Marco's here. Maybe.
Yeah, I haven't.
I've definitely heard of Marco's, but let me see.
But it definitely just serves the best pizza. Like, just straight up, it just gives the best pizza out here. I think my favorite pizza I've ever gotten is from there. I got Hawaiian with jalapenos. Pineapple belongs on pizza 100%.
I fucks with pineapple pizza. Yeah, I'm with you.
So having that slice for the first time, I was like, oh, I see the light. I didn't think.
3 miles away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Get you some. Get you a little something.
Not today. I'm broke.
Next time you get pizza, try it out. I know you might have already had it, but
probably had it like once before, yeah.
Dip in again. But anyways, get Hawaiian with jalapenos.
I'm not getting the Hawaiian with jalapenos. Not going to.
My brother is slumbering.
I don't like jalapenos.
He needs to be awoken.
Like
what?
Jalapenos. I don't like jalapenos. It's not my thing. I don't like the way they taste. They always make me want to gag. I don't know. Like, I do not like jalapenos.
Oh, but you come back for this dick?
That's different. I can hold that shit down. I can't hold down jalapenos. I don't know. Just not like, in terms of taste, just not at all my favorite pepper. Like habanero just blows out.
Because I also like Auntie Anne's when they had the jalapeno pretzels.
Yeah, I like jalapeno flavored shit a lot of the time. Like you ever had jalapeno jelly? That shit kind of goes hard. You know what I mean? I don't know.
But yeah, that is my number one.
Yes, sir.
If you haven't had it, try it. Just for the people out there, it's really good.
Yes, sir.
But your number one, sir. I
All
think
right.
this is one that you
I
were surprised I
must.
left
I
off.
must a little bit, but I'm sure it's not too much further down the line for you.
It's the only other one I can name.
Yeah, it's probably not okay. That's probably number 4. Then I had. Well, Pizza Hut exists too.
Oh, dude, I haven't had fucking.
You're not really missing
Dude,
out. It's not that great.
I
It's
forgot
fine.
about Pizza
It's
Hut.
fine. It's whatever. It ain't great. It's not my number 1. Now I need to remind you all.
CC's.
CC's does go hard. I need to remind you all
Peter
that this
Piper.
has nothing to do with the history of slur usage behind this. Okay, I am
That's
going
everything to do with it.
I am going to beat the alt-right allegations today. Okay, this has nothing to do with the day of reckoning.
He only started liking this place once Shaq got involved.
The day of reckoning will come, and it will not be for me. I promise. Better ingredients, better pizza. I believe them when they say this. I'm of course talking about Papa John's. I've had it a couple times in the last month or so. It is immaculate. It is splendid. It's heavenly. The previously aforementioned homie John, him and I had some Papa John's while watching Transformers a few weekends ago. Splendid. Loved it. Loved it.
Sensational.
Sensation. Yeah, Papa John's really is like the cheesecake of pizza. You know what I mean? It just hits every time. And God, I could fuck up some cheesecake right now. We gotta do like top 3 cheesecake flavors one of these weeks. Next week, maybe. We'll figure it out. I don't have a whole lot more to say about Papa John's like I did the last 2. It just tastes the best to me. That really is it. Excuse me. I just love it. Love it. That's it. That's where I'm at.
Well, then that's all I have for the top 3.
That's all I have for the top 3. Is it time we tell the fine folks about what we've been on?
Yeah, I think it is.
What we've been on. Yes, sir.
I'm a guest, right? So I go first.
Yes, sir. That's you.
So I saw the first episode of Batman Caped Crusader.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize I think it has all all season 1 is dropped or something like that, or at least multiple episodes.
Yeah.
I thought only 1 episode had dropped. When I texted the group chat about it, I was just after 1 episode.
Yeah.
And when I said it's too early to tell about whether or not it's good, because Gabe made a comment, I didn't realize there's more out.
Yeah.
So when I was like, oh, it's too early to tell, I was like, wow, people have such strong opinions after 1 episode. No. There's more than 1 episode out. I think the whole season might be out.
Shit.
But yeah, I only saw the first episode. Halfway through, I realized it was set in a different time period. Because I didn't really see the trailers or much for it. It's like 1940s, I think, is when it's supposed to be.
Something like that. It's early. Yeah.
I commented 20s in the chat, but then I think I saw something later saying 40s. But
It's definitely early.
because the first thing I see is the gangsters, and they're talking very, nah, see?
Yeah.
And I just thought it was being quirky.
Transatlantic accent or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought they were being quirky and really hamming up the mobster motif. So I didn't think anything of it. Next scene's a courtroom scene, and I'm like, oh, people dress up for courtrooms anyways. Barbara Gordon and Jim Gordon are black in this, so I was like, 1940s, maybe because Barbara Gordon's a lawyer in this. I was like, I don't know, just didn't click that it was in the 40s. I'm like, everyone dresses up nice in a courtroom scene. And then it clicked eventually halfway through watching. I was like, what the oh, fuck, this is a timepiece. This is not set in modern day.
Yeah.
Because as I was watching it, I was like, okay, everything seems kind of cool so far. Hey, it'd be cool if maybe this started an animated universe again. Maybe they cross paths with My Adventures with Superman. And it's like, nope, that's not happening.
And y'all know that ain't happening.
Yeah, that is not happening. But yeah. But the first episode, I mean, it was all right. Nothing crazy. Other stuff I've been on, I've just been playing the same games that I've already talked about.
Yep.
That Bakugan game I'm not finished with yet. Demon Souls is fucking annoying. I've still made no progress on.
Oh damn.
I'll play it after this to try and
That's good.
get ready for Sunday.
Good idea.
I think that's it, really. Yeah, that's it for me. What you been on?
JPEG Mafia dropped an album. JPEG Mafia dropped an album, and it was really good, and I had a great time with it. And Brayden's being very disrespectful right now, and that's okay. Um, but
I'm
not
sorry,
only
JPEG.
did JPEG Mafia drop an album, um, Jack White released like a surprise album just out of nowhere. Didn't tell nobody about it. Just kind of dropped it, and it was really good. It was like a bunch of like garage rock songs. I don't know if this was like a demos type shit, just kind of scrapped together. Like here you go, but it was really good. I listened to it this morning, and then Parannoul. It's one guy. Just like Tame Impala is one guy, but I like to say this about Parannoul. One guy in South Korea. He's a shoegaze artist, and I actually sent Gabe this album. I guess you and Gabe because you're in the group chat, but primarily intended for Gabe because he's a big shoegaze guy like me. Paranoia released an album last year that I really liked, and they released an album this year that I love. In fact, the new Paranoia album and the new JPEG Mafia album are sitting currently at number 1 and 2 for user scores for this year on Album of the Year, respectively. They're both probably going to go down a little bit more as more people listen to them, especially Paranoia, because the Paranoia album is not out on streaming yet. It doesn't come out on streaming until tomorrow. It's just on YouTube right now, and I think like Bandcamp or some shit. Um, but yeah, it'll be like on Spotify and Apple Music and stuff tomorrow. But it is incredible. I was listening to that while building Bowie's new cat tower. And then, let's see, what else? I finished the Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty DLC. It was fantastic. I watched Deadpool and Wolverine.
Mm.
That's the movie I drove through the hurricane to go see with my friends. And I liked it. I had a fun time. It was like really good. I don't know. There were certainly some like, when you think about it a little bit, some stuff is like I'm not sure. But like, did I have a great time while watching it? Yes, very much so.
Yes.
And that matters more
It
to
just
me.
to me it just kind of reminded me of like Spider-Man No Way Home, where it's like great theater experience. You kind of digest it, and you're like, as a movie, it's okay.
I think it's definitely it has a much weaker plot still than No Way Home does. Like this movie doesn't really have much of a story, whereas I think No Way Home is definitely a stronger movie at its core. But in terms of like the movie existing for mostly for like good displays of fan service, yeah, I think in that way it's very comparable. Chris Evans showing up with like Captain America colors just to be Johnny Storm was fucking hilarious.
Yes.
That was an incredible bit.
What was your favorite cameo?
It might have been Chris Evans as Johnny Storm. I liked Wesley Snipes as Blade, Jennifer Garner as Elektra as well, and then Channing Tatum as Gambit. I was so excited to see live action Gambit. So
that was my favorite.
That might have been my favorite actually. Now that I think
that was
about
definitely my
it,
favorite, especially knowing how badly he's wanted to be Gambit forever.
Yeah, and I think it was Ryan Reynolds who fought for him to be in this movie.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because he had a movie that was planned that got scrapped, where he was supposed to play Gambit, but yeah, I'm really glad he got to play Gambit in this. So good for him. He loves the character. He finally got to play him. It was really good for him. If he gets the role in the future, I'd be very happy to see that too.
I hope so.
I hope he does. I think
everyone has responded very positively to his.
Yeah, everybody loved this.
His Gambit, and his accent.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought his Cajun accent was fantastic.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I mean, I think that's it for the cameos. I think Cassandra Nova is a weird villain to do in a movie that doesn't have Charles Xavier in it. That's a strange choice for the final villain of a Deadpool trilogy, but also like I mean she kind of works. It's an interesting choice.
It's just very random.
Yeah, it's like of all the people you could have made the villain, like it was Cassandra Nova of all people. Like you could have saved her for, I don't know, the next time Charles Xavier shows up, but whatever. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like what do you call it? They had I don't know the actor's name, but he plays Tom in Succession, who was like the TVA villain. Could have just made him the main villain. Like I don't know, made him a little more threatening, and then just made him the main villain instead of, I don't know.
He has risen, baby girl.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, Cassandra Nova is just a weird decision to make the villain. But like I said, when you think about it a little bit, it starts to unravel a tad. And it's like, this shit doesn't make much sense. And then, I don't really care much about this in a Deadpool film, but if you look at the timeline, what do you call it? The Avengers audition takes place in 2018, and that's allegedly 6 years ago. So the movie does take place in 2024. Logan takes place in 2029. And Wolverine is dead in this movie. So why is Logan dead 5 years before he dies? Like,
I don't care.
Yeah. Like, I didn't think about that one too much because I'm like, there's no way to make sense of this. Because my friend was trying to, like, because my friend asked the question, like, so does this take place before or after Logan? And then one of them goes, oh, it was definitely before. And I'm like, how the fuck is it before if Logan's dead? And then I thought about it and I'm like, wait a minute, the time doesn't match up. But then I'm like, then we need to stop having this conversation because we're not going to get anywhere. So...
Yeah, the answer is just like it doesn't add up, and like
it doesn't. They did not care much for the continuity when they made this movie, and that's okay.
Which they shouldn't.
Yeah, like whatever, that's fine. So maybe this takes place in a different universe where Logan dies 5 years earlier. Hell if I know. But yeah, still a good movie. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I had a good time. Whatever. Who cares? And I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I played Fortnite for the first time in like 5 years the other day.
Oh yeah.
Like 2 games.
Did you get a victory royale?
We finished like 2nd and 3rd, and then like 5th. Yeah, we didn't win.
So the answer was no to my question.
The answer to the question is no. We didn't win. I did okay for somebody who hadn't played in forever, but no, we didn't win.
Well, that's it for me.
That's it for me. So that's it for the fine folks at home. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, as always, next week, video will be up on Brayden's channel. And also, soon, I will be uploading this video tomorrow. And when that does happen, we are streaming Pokemon tomorrow.
Yes.
Because I'm watching football on Thursday. I'm a football guy, certified football guy. I will be watching football on Thursday. So we are streaming Pokemon Red Nuzlocke tomorrow, like shortly after this video goes up. So, by the time you're watching this, we could be live streaming right now.
Yeah.
So maybe you should click off the video and go watch the Red stream. All right. Thank you for being here. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out.